From streets to stardom, Noel Gugliemi's redemption and real-life testimony. He's the face you recognize, the bald-headed gangster in nearly every movie, the guy in the tank top, the one who always plays the homie. But behind the roles, behind the tough look, is a man who lived the life for real. This is the story of Noel Gugliemi, not just the actor, but the survivor. The lost boy turned messenger, the gangster turned mentor. Noel was abandoned as a teenager, left behind by his family. No plan, no support, no home, just a name and the streets. He didn't choose the gang life. He wasn't given a choice. Because in places like East LA or Paramount, being alone makes you a target. And the streets, they don't wait. They recruit with hunger, pain, and fear. He started robbing, stealing cars, doing dirt, living out the stories that would later be scripted into films. But back then, it wasn't acting. It was survival. It was real. His first break came by accident. He was at a party when someone from the industry spotted him. His look, his presence, his authenticity. They asked if he could act. He said no, but they didn't care. They wanted real. And suddenly, Noel was in front of cameras instead of cops. Instead of being booked, he was being cast. Movies like Training Day, The Fast and the Furious, Bruce Almighty, he became the guy. Typecast? Sure. But for a man who came from nothing, it was everything. But Hollywood didn't fix him. Fame didn't heal the pain. Because the trauma of the streets doesn't leave when the cameras roll. He still battled depression, still wrestled with guilt, still lived with ghosts. Until he found something deeper, faith and purpose, and the realization that his life had meaning beyond the screen. Noel could have kept chasing roles, could have stayed silent, but he didn't. He chose to speak out, to go into high schools, prisons, churches, anywhere they'd listen, and tell the truth. That gang life doesn't end in fast cars and glory. It ends in death, or a cell, or deep scars you carry forever. He tells his story not to flex, but to warn, to show that redemption is possible, that broken doesn't mean finished, that pain can become purpose. Today, Noel Gugliemi is more than an actor. He's a voice, a mirror, a walking testimony of what happens when someone finally believes in you, and what happens when you start believing in yourself. He still plays the gangster on screen, but off screen, he's saving lives, one story at a time. Subscribe to Webby Blogs.